Merida's own arrogance and stubbornness makes it hard for anyone to relate to the character. We don't really know much about Arlo even after spending a whole film with him, not a great sign for a leading character. I like to believe that in another multiverse this was a faithful spin-off starring video game Buzz from Toy Story 2. Luca was at his best when bouncing off other characters like Julia and Alberto. The biggest problem with having Elastigirl being the main character of Incredibles 2 is the fact that we didn't really get time to spend with the other Pars. It could be argued that Mater starring in Cars 2 was at the expense of Lightning, but I thought Mater is a solid enough character to carry his own film. Dory added a certain spice to Finding Nemo, but I'm not sure promoting her to a leading role was the right choice. Ian Lightfoot has just enough charm and quips for anyone to fall in love with this oddball elf. A large part of Ember's greatness has to be credited towards the incredibly talented Laird Lewis, who made Ember such a worthy protagonist among the greats. May is the embodiment of literally every teenager to ever exist. This made May a super duper relatable character, whether thinking back to our youth or are currently a teen. Miguel's love for his family and great determination to pursue a career in music is a few of many great reasons to root for the character. Flick might literally be one of the smallest characters in the Pixar catalogue, but that doesn't mean he didn't have a giant impact to our childhoods. Carl is a character we immediately emotionally resonate with. After losing Ellie, he's willing to do anything to fulfill his wife's dreams of visiting Paradise Falls. Sully isn't your stereotypical scarer. His kindness towards Boo and rebelling against Waternoose is definitely enough to earn Sully a top spot in this ranking. Joy's transformation throughout the course of Inside Out is quite a remark. Starting out as a very selfish, controlling character similar to Toy Story 1 version of Woody, going on to learn how to become a worthy leader willing to put herself in danger to protect the other emotions. All of this has to make for one of the best Pixar character transformations. Everyone's favourite robot is enough to make a movie with almost no talking into a masterpiece. Bob Parr is forced to live a mundane life undercover in the most boring job out there. Added great depth to the character where if he were just Mr. Incredible all the time, I don't think Incredibles would have had the same appeal. Joe Gardner is nothing less than flawless. Mike strives for success. He analyses every textbook on how to become a great scarer, but it's not enough. It's as Mike has to face the hard truth that he's just not scary, is where the conversation between Sully and Mike beside a river during the third act turns Monsters University from a really good film to a perfect one. Lightning learns that it's more important to become a better car than winning a bunch of empty cups. After finding himself washed up in Radiator Springs, Lightning re-evaluates life where his character comes full circle, where come Cars 3 he takes up Doc's role as mentor. The only rat we'd willingly allow to serve up our food. Remy's 100 brain cells smarter than your average rat, but isn't afraid to show his mischievous side. Nemo's resilience even if having a disability, his love for Marlin and kindness around everyone he meets ticks every box on how to design a great leading character. It could be argued that Woody has an unfair advantage as he's had 4 movies to grow, but it doesn't feel right to rank him any lower than number 1. Woody often has to weigh up if it's more noble to be there for a child or his fellow toys. In Toy Story 2, Woody ends up staying with the toys, giving up the chance to be in a Tokyo museum. After his duties have been fulfilled with Andy and Bonnie, Woody eventually understands that it's time to help less fortunate toys find loving owners.